Welcome to the latest tasting video. This for Single Cask Nation Balcones Peated 4-year-old.
Mhm.
This, I believe, is our third Balcones,
You have believed correctly.
and we have had a long and wonderful history with them. They are great people over at the distillery. We've interviewed Gabe and Emma for One
Mhm,
Nation Under Whiskey. I've spent time over there with Alex.
mhm.
Jared is fantastic as well. We've
Of
had the chance to
course.
hang out with Jared in New York before. He's a lot of fun as well.
Mhm.
And so to bring the Balcones distillery to people, I have had the audacity to call this bright gold, but Joshua
Yeah,
um, is a topaz man.
I'm a topaz because I think bright gold seems a bit missionary. I wanna give this a bit more, just a bit more. I think it's a bit more precious than bright gold. Topaz just seems a nicer color.
I like your use of precious in line with bright gold, which is often used for rings. I see what you did there. Um, what I want to talk about is really the color, but why is the color the color? All 4 years here
Mm, mhm,
have been in fresh bourbon barrel.
mhm.
And one of the key aspects for me in Single Cask Nation releasing Balcones is telling the story. And there's a lot of people in America and beyond who know the Balcones story from a decade ago, right? Maybe a decade and a half ago.
Mm, mhm.
They know about new charred oak baking behind steel in the Texas summers, right? And they think about the high extraction rates. They think about the dark color of Balcones whiskies. And again, here we have this bright gold slash topaz.
Mhm.
This whiskey represents an evolution in Balcones. And we discussed this on a One Nation Under Whiskey episode. They have looked, and even beyond looking, they have been using different wood for maturation.
Mm,
So not all Balcones is new charred oak. They are experimenting with first fill bourbon. They're experimenting with second fill. They're experimenting with refill. They're doing the same on the sherry side of things as well. Like they are really playing around with this spirit and
mhm.
really playing around with a wood maturation policy. Now, on top of that, we also have peated balcones going on in here. So you've got a bit of the wood smoke going on in here. It's definitely not of the iodine kind of
No, no.
world that we think about from our friends on Isla.
Mhm.
This is the wood smoke. This is the wood fragrance. This to me is the ash in a wood burning stove.
Yeah.
This is the ash in the bottom of a campfire the
Mhm,
following morning.
mhm.
But beyond that, I also get this incredibly vegetal note, almost like the smoked piña you might encounter in a mezcal.
Yeah, I
And
love that your nose goes there.
right? And while, 100% malted barley is being, extracted and distilled here, I can't help but going towards that more Oaxacan location. So you
Oaxaca.
said you said I like that your nose goes there. Does your nose go in a similar place? Do you get hijacked by another element of this?
I do I love your term hijacked. My nose does go there, but I was it went there briefly, but I was pulled away quite quickly by this chocolate cherry note that then evolved into this, like, fruit cocktail note, right? It's
Mm,
fruit
yeah.
cocktail
Yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
cherry that then that then is separated from the chocolate. So it's not like a chocolate cherry cordial. It is fruit cocktail with the cherry, then you've got the chocolate that's separate, and then the malt really comes through, and this is what I really like about the fact that this is first fill bourbon, and I'm trying to think if we've ever had any Balcones in first fill bourbon. I don't know if I've ever seen Balcones released in just straight up
Mm,
first fill bourbon. So this is one of the rare times where we're really accessing the spirit. So we're getting a lot of malt. So you get that chocolate with the malt, and I'm getting
mm.
malted milk balls, right? And getting
Yeah,
Whoppers
100%.
or malt
Yeah.
teasers, right? Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, less honey for me than maybe a Malteser, but definitely the Whoppers. I've also
Yeah.
got a little bit of a like a white chocolate fattiness that maybe is like a white chocolate cheesecake going on the nose as
Ooh,
well.
okay.
Which sometimes the peat can lead me down in that direction, but it's also the oils of the distillate
Mm,
fighting back.
mm,
Oh gosh, I haven't even tasted it yet. You're tasting it right now?
mm, mhm.
Oh my gosh. Definitely rich, definitely unctuous. Once again, great legs
Oh,
on the glass there. Look at that.
oh,
Woohoo.
wow. Wow. What an evolution. I mean, this goes, I don't know if it's an evolution or a transfer. It's definitely surprising. We go from that fruit, the fruit cocktail, the Whoppers, the Oaxacan notes you were
Oh
getting
wow.
to lemon curd, to grilled lemons, to this sort of like salty lime kind of
Yeah,
kick
salted
to it.
limes. Oh my gosh.
The
It's
lemon
so
curd is I'm sorry to interrupt, but that lemon curd is almost like ooey, like it fits with the texture of the spirit,
right,
right?
right. It's got a brightness, but then
Mm,
it's got the unctuous texture. And I think that
mhm,
fattiness that we talked about on the nose
ooh,
continues through on the palate as well. Yeah, that is incredibly chewy. Oh,
mm,
nearly said chewable. We save that for
mm,
children's
mhm,
vitamins.
mhm. Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, I really like that a lot.
Yeah, I'll put a few more leaves on the branches if you'll indulge me.
Yeah, please.
Is I'm getting notifications from my laptop while we're busy chatting away here.
Yeah,
Please,
please.
laptop, this is whiskey time. Oftentimes, whether it's you or me or Jess,
Mm,
sometimes we'll encounter a cask and a cask sample, and one of us will champion it. One of us will love it more than the rest. Others will like
mm,
it. Someone really grasps it, really captures it.
mm,
And for me, this Balcones absolutely turned my head. And the smoked pina quality of it, the
mhm,
cocktail syrup quality of it, even the milk chocolate, the salted limes that run through
mhm,
it. Again, from where I started our conversation today, I think this shows a huge evolution in what people have come to know as balcones.
mm,
And I think there's something incredibly exciting about this expression. This 4-year-old peated fresh bourbon, full maturation and fresh bourbon,
mm.
strength on this 66
Yes, yeah.
point something.
66.3. Actually, let me pop the banner up so people can get right.
66.3. Look
So
at
this
that.
is it's online exclusive. So this is actually a perfect time to point this out. This is going to be an online excuse me. This is going to be an online exclusive. 66.3% alcohol, only 150 bottles to this guy. Um,
I
the
think that
fact
really speaks to the bourbon barrel maturation. Smaller volume,
yeah, that's a
rapid
good
evaporation.
that's a good point because my understanding, and this brings us back to your initial point, is in the earlier days of Balcones, and they're likely still doing this now. I don't wanna speak for them, but they tended to use larger casks that had sort of thicker staves to
Mm,
protect their spirit from that hotter Waco
mm,
sun, right? But here we're dealing with a standard bourbon barrel, 53
100%. Yep.
gallon, standard
100%.
thickness on your stave. So the ABV kicks up, and
Yep.
the Angels share is pretty darn high on this one.
Yep. Yeah. No, this is the entire cask. And listen, I've only pulled so many samples from this cask, right?
Mm.
I haven't pulled 100 bottles worth of samples from this cask, not 75 bottles.
Yeah.
A few friendly sample bottles amongst friends. So, yeah, 150. I think at $85,
Mhm.
I think this can move quite freely. You will be very excited by this purchase. This is absolutely in the nation's wheelhouse. This is, I think, an exciting, a different kind of release from the Balcones distillery, but really speaks to what they've got going on in their warehouses.
Mm. There's this there's this lovely wood spice note
Mm.
that's the thread, right? Before I had mentioned that you go from the nose that has this that sort of mezcal thing going on, the fruit cocktail thing, the chocolate, the cheesecake that you had mentioned, and then it goes lemony,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
right, but there's this wood spice that's been the thread all the way through that I really quite like.
yeah. You and I, in writing our notes for this, were talking about almost a s'mores-like quality, where I would take the graham cracker out of it, although I think the wood spice can lend itself a little bit to
Yeah,
that.
perhaps, yeah.
But to me, this has got a melting chocolate meets vanilla marshmallow, right? I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
got a bit of that. Certainly in the finish
Mm,
for me. I think if
mhm.
you were having this around a campfire, the end of a good day's hiking, I think it would fit with the environment perfectly. Not that you have to
It
go up a mountain to enjoy it. Fire pit in
mm.
your back garden, get you the same place.
And I would argue that I like what you said about the marshmallow in there too. The marshmallow, despite this being peated, the marshmallow isn't burnt. It's
No,
just perfectly
no, it's
toasted, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
melted. To me,
yeah,
it's the gooey center
yeah,
of that
exactly.
toasted
Yeah, yeah,
marshmallow.
yeah.
It's not necessarily the charred exterior, but that wood smoke definitely comes in and out.
Mm.
Maybe even some bacon, some crispy bacon on that cast iron on the campfire. You can tell after this video ends, I'm heading up a mountain. So my mind has really gone to mountain places. I'm going to pour the remainder of my sample. Comment to be made here. This has not yet been bottled. It will be bottled early August. We're hoping for release if all goes well with bottling hall and transfer and getting it to our third,
Mhm.
third tier
Yeah.
partner. If all of that goes according to plan, this will be available for you early August. But please don't sleep on this. Please take advantage of this.
Mhm, mhm.
I give this my ringing personal endorsement as somebody who has championed this sample from the
Yep,
very first moment I
yep,
encountered it.
yep.
All
This
right,
this is
I'm waxing
definitely
lyrical.
your yes.
Kick me out of here. I got to go up a mountain, Joshua.
All right. I'm going to add this in here one last time. Again, this is an online exclusive. It's going to be released in early August. We will be letting anybody and everybody who is in the nation, who is on our mailing list, we will be letting you know the day it will be released. If you are not on our mailing list, if you're not part of the nation, that is easily remedied. Go to singlecasknation.com and the top navigation, just click the little spot in the upper right hand side that says join the nation and just fill out that form. You're now on our mailing list. You have now joined the nation and you will start receiving our emails. On top of that, once you've joined our mailing list, you can then access our private Facebook group. There's a lot of great conversation that happens in our private Facebook group, and we're always alerting people of new bottlings and, be it online exclusives or retail. There's just a lot of stuff happening there. So join the nation, get on the mailing list, get alerted of all this great stuff that's happening. Again, $85 a bottle, only 150 bottles, and 66.3%. I mean, it's getting close to hazmat, but man, does it drink that way? Drinks like a charmer.
Yeah, this
Tell
is
you
easy
what.
peasy. I
Yeah,
tell you what is what we're going to be saying
tell
up a
you what.
mountain. uh, cheers, nation. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah, cheers.